Hello, everyone. We will start chapter 4 to introduce mathematical functions, characters, and strings. First, we're going to look at mathematical functions in section 4.2. Java provides many useful methods in the math class for performing common mathematical functions. We have already used the math.power method and the math.random method. Now we look more math methods in the math class in this section. The features in the math class can be classified into the constants. This is the pi. You can use math.pi to get the constant for pi, and math.e to get the constant for e. And the trigonometric methods, exponent methods, rounding methods, and the miscellaneous methods, min, max, ABS, and random methods. So let's look at the trigonometric methods. Sine, cosine, tan, acosine, asine, atan. Now please note that you have to pass the radians for the arguments. For example, here, math.sine 0. And this is the radians 0, returns the value of 0. And now this math.sine, and this is math.pi divided by 6. Here is radians. This value corresponds to the angle is 30 degrees. So this returns 0.5. Now you can convert an angle to the radians using this math.2radians method. So this is to obtain the radians from this angle 90 degrees. Exponent methods. There are 5 methods related to exponents in the math class. EXP returns e raised to the power of a. For example, this is exp1 returns 2.71, and this log returns the natural logarithm, and that is the base is 10. So this is the this is the best natural logarithm. Here is the best is e. So this is natural logarithm. Math.log 2.71 returns 1.0. 27.1 is the e value. Log 10, this returns the 10 best logarithm of a. And this power, we already know power AB returns a raised to the power of b. So for example, this math.power 3, 2 returns 9.0. Square returns the square root of a. Math.square 4 returns 2.0. Running methods. The math class contains all these running methods. This is the cell is ax rounded up to its nearest integer. For is x is rounded down to its nearest integer. Int x is rounded to its nearest integer if x is equally close to two integers. The even one is returned as double. So let's look at the example here. This int 2.1, the nearest integer is 2.0. Now this int 2.5 is close to both 2 and 3, but the even one is returned, so that returns 2.0. Runt. So there's two runt, overloaded runt. This is for int. So this, if you pass this argument float, it's going to return int value. So this is runt to runt x, and this is to runt x, and this is for the double. This is the example here. Runt 2.6, return 3. Integer. Runt negative 2.6 returns negative 3. The example for the cell is 2.1 and run it up. So this is becoming 3.0. And this math.fraud 2.1 returns 2.0. This is rounded down. Now the methods, max, min, ABS. Max returns the maximum from the two arguments. Math.max 2.53, so returns 3. ABS is returned the absolute value. Math.abs negative 2 returns positive 2. Random, we already used random method, returns a random double value in the range 0.0 to 1.0, excluding 1.0. So this is the notation, including 0, but excluding 1.0. You can use this random method to return any kind of value and with some processing. So for example here, math.random times 10 cast to int. So this is return a single digit between 0 and 9. You can return a random integer between 50 and 99. So what you do is to have this math.random times 50 and cast to int and then plus 50. So this math.random times 50 and gives you a random value between 0 and 50.0, excluding 50.0. When you do a cast, it becomes an integer from 0 to 49, and then you add 50, so it becomes 50 plus 50 and 99. Well, let's look at this case study. to compute the angles of a triangle with the 3 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. We're going to write a program that prompts the user to enter the xy coordinates of the 3 corner points in a triangle, and then displays the triangle's angle, or there's 3 angles A, B, and C. Here's the program. Prompt the user for the input. Now we're going to use this formula to compute the angles A, B, and C. So here is the formula. To get this, A is the distance between those 2 points. This is the edge. This this angle A, and this is the B, the angle B, and this is the C right here. So here's the formula. Now the formula, we're going to apply this, is to compute it. The distance is the formula. So here you have 2 points and the distance, and this is the A is x2 minus x3 squared plus y2 minus y3 squared, and then do a square root. So here is for computing A, computing B, computing C. Afterwards, we now apply the formula right here. So we're going to apply this formula here using this mass dot A cosine, and with this A times A minus B times B minus C times C divided by -2 times B times C. So we're getting this is this angle in radians, and we're going to convert it into degrees. So we're getting the degrees. And now we're going to display the 2 digits after decimal point using this mass dot rand, and then divided by 100.0. So when you run this program, for example, you're going to run this program, and this is what you're going to see is this is the output. 15.26 for this angle A, and this is 90 for B, and this is the 74.74 for C. So where's the input of this 3 points? That's all for this section. See you on the next section.